Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello everyone. My name is Shahir Zufairi. And today we are going to talk about something we actually do almost every single day without realizing it. That is persuasive speech. Think about the last time you tried to convince your friend to eat at a specific restaurant, or when you tried to persuade your parents to let you go out late. That is persuasion in action. But what exactly is a persuasive speech when it comes to formal communication? Let's look into it together. Basically, a persuasive speech is a specific type of speech where the speaker wants to convince the audience to accept their point of view. It is not just about sharing a raw data, and it is definitely not just about telling a boring story. The main goal here is to change how people think, how they feel, or even to move them to take a specific action. According to Aristotle, a very famous ancient philosopher, you need three core elements to make persuasion work. First is ethos, which means your credibility. Why should people trust you? Second is your logos, which means your logic and your argument. And three is pathos, which is how you connect with your audience emotionally. If you lack any of these elements, your speech will not be effective. Now, let's connect this topic with something deeper. As Muslim, the concept of persuasion is actually highly encouraged in our faith. We can look at this through two perspectives, that is, Naqli and Aqli evidence. First, for the Naqli evidence, which comes from revealed knowledge, we can refer to Surah An-Nahl, verse 125. In this verse, Allah SWT says, "Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction, and argue with them in a way that is best." This divine verse serves as the ultimate guideline for us. Allah explicitly teaches us to use hikmah, which means wisdom and good word. It shows that true persuasion must always be done gently, politely, and respectfully. It is never about shouting and forcing opinion onto others. Next, let's look at the ugly evidence, which is based on human reasoning and intellect. If we look at the modern psychology and communication studies, researchers found that humans do not change their mind when they feel attacked or cornered. Instead, people change their mind when they feel understood and respected. Therefore, human logic tells us that a good speaker must establish common ground with the audience first. So, as we can see, both divine revelation and human logic perfectly agree on how an effective persuasion should work. To make it more easier to understand, let me give you a very simple comparison. Imagine I want to convince you to stop drinking boba tea every day because it is bad for your health. If I say, "Hey, boba tea is bad for your health, just stop drinking it," that sounds informative, but it is too plain and it will not work. But what if I change my approach to this? "Hey guys, I know we all love that sweets called sugar rush after a long and tiring class. I get it, I love it too. But did you know that drinking just 1 cup a day can drastically increase your health risk by next year? Think about your health and think about your money. Let's try to switch to a plain water starting today." Notice the difference? In the second style, I acknowledge your feelings, I provided a logical reason. and I push for an action. That is the power of a possessive speech. To wrap things up, a possessive speech is not about winning an argument or manipulating people. It is a beautiful art form. It is about sharing a meaningful vision using a logic, emotions, and credibility. And most importantly, just like our Dian has taught us, always do it with wisdom and kindness. I hope this short videos gives all of you a clear understanding of what possessive speech is. Thank you so much for your time and for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.